Alright guys, g'day, it's Ben here from Second Dynasty. I figured let's just start streaming anyway. What's this stream all about? This is all about Starship The Next Generation, which is our upcoming, well, not a Kickstarter and not a My Manufacturing campaign. This is actually a premiere for a new service on My Manufacturing called Frontiers. And Frontiers is essentially, just rebranding their campaigns section to something that more resembles what it is. So basically it's just an order or a pre-order, a launch, if you will. They're calling it Frontiers. It's a great word. It works for both fantasy and science fiction campaigns, which I'm happy with. And as we premiered their pledge member, we will now be the premiere for their Frontiers campaign. There are a few technical things that are still a bit of a hitch in the way, so we don't know exactly when we're going live, but it sounds like it's very soon. So links are incoming as soon as possible. Maybe we had a miscommunication when the campaign actually will go live. You can kind of see my Maya screen here. This will be really slow. Mostly because of all the lights happening at the moment and all the other things I'm probably asking my computer to do. If I turn off Photoshop here, I need to save this first file, save as, and we can campaign, save it as unlocks. Just temporarily, everything's a bit of a mess right now. Let's save that one. Close this, and that way Adobe isn't going to hog all of our memory again, which is what they love to do. We've had some nightmares the last couple of days trying to run between Maya and Adobe. Adobe just steals all the memory for no good reason. In any case, let's stop complaining about that and talk about the future. Hi guys, it's nice to see you here. Tamsin, John, Zorma, Pulsifier, I mean. Oh, it is Pulsifier. Huh. I've been saying it wrong all the time. Yeah. And of course, that blasted Semiflange, amongst other things. We have a company here in Sweden called Second Dynasty. We've been doing this for 5 years now, and this campaign that we're about to launch, everything to do with it is essentially actually going back to those roots in 2017 when we launched our first Kickstarter program. And that was a Starship, the original OpenLog tiles. Of course, that was 2017. We didn't know exactly what we're doing. I say we, but it was me. It was just me. There was no team. We don't have let's see, Lieselot and Albin that we have now, and of course we have John as well across the pond, and a wider community of plenty of contributors such as Zorama and Papsicles, Kayoshinenko. I'm missing someone. Flavored Pickle, of course, and a ton of other collaborators musically. We have a new pitch film ready, since we are waiting and waiting and waiting. Maybe not for too much longer. Let's see. I need to find where we put this YouTube video. We're going to see the version that's gone on YouTube. It actually is live, but we've hidden the link because we're mysterious. But yeah, why don't we preview the video, and I will need to put on my system audio first. Let's see. Audio output capture. That must be it. Wait. No. Alright, let me just get this set up so I can add some system sounds.
Should I add the oh, you give it?
I'm doing it on OBS, Alpen. Yeah. That's not going to help. No. Let's see. Let's just write that up. This is all a little bit on the fly. and we need you guys to keep, let's see, see, I'm running around like a chicken with my head off at the moment. Let's see, I need speakers. There we go. That's it. So technically, if I do something like this with my system, you should hear that now. Which will allow us to play the film. Now, just got to open the right one. What do we call it? Let's sort this by date. Sort by date. There we go. All right.
Hi, I'm Ben from Second Dynasty. In 2017, we launched our very first Kickstarter, Starship, featuring 3D printable OpenLog tiles, which started a journey that has spawned over 10 28mm scale Starships and literally thousands of STL files for your 3D printed tabletop. But looking back at our earliest work, we feel our original OpenLog tiles look a little simplistic and dated by our current standards of quality, detail, and printability. And so we have partnered with My Mini Factory Frontiers to deliver a serious upgrade to our original Starship tiles. Enter Starship, the next generation. This campaign is small in scale, but astronomical in scope. We have redesigned the corridors and engineering tiles from Starship, more than 130 unique pieces in all. First, we've increased the detail, removed the annoying OpenLog supports, split the top and bottom sections for playability, which actually allows for optimized printing with few to no supports. Finally, we have created 3MF print beds for instant printing on FDM machines. In short, the tiles look better, print better, and should be SLA friendlier. The campaign is simple with only 2 pledge levels. If you are a returning backer who previously purchased the corridor and engineering tiles from Starship 1, select the upgrade pledge. Otherwise, the Starship The Next Generation pledge nets you over 130 unique tiles, which in itself would be a stellar deal, except during the first month, for each milestone in funding that we pass, we will unlock additional variations and features such as wider floors, doorways, diagonals, and curves. All the benefits of a Kickstarter, only no waiting for your tiles, you get the core offering of over 130 tiles straight away. Don't wait too long though, prices will slowly increase each day, so get in on the action and support us today.
Let's turn off that system sound again. What did you guys think? I kind of threw it together in the last couple of days. We of course don't have the resources at the moment to do like the same treatment we've done with our old ships and whatnot. But I think it turned out quite well. We borrowed some music from Wintergarten, which they make some awesome music, as well as of course the Marble Machine, the internet sensation. Of course, we also showed some of our older ships in there to sort of tie it together and kind of like recapture, I feel, the journey we've had in the last 5 years. So it's nice to be doing this cyclical campaign, and I mean, we can get really iterative with this. So we can talk about what we have planned. We don't have a ton of stretch goals to show at the moment. But we do have a ton planned. So included in those 130 tiles, essentially there is 3 tile sets, I would say. One is the corridors set, one is the engineering set, and the third set is essentially one side is corridor, one side is engineering, which may actually be the more usable set of the bunch of them. So I think we have, at our current tally, 132. That was the last time I looked at it. But then, of course, as soon as we hit the unlocks, which are essentially our Frontiers version of stretch goals, we get to name them ourselves. I just call them unlocks because, we don't have a starting goal. But, so I think the first one's at 2,500. If we reach that goal, then you guys will be unlocking wide floors for engineering. Like here you can see we have the double wide floors. Hang on, let me turn off this lighting because it's draining the resources. Look how much more responsive that got. Let's see. Just need to make the camera more responsive as well. Let's turn off the lighting. There we go. So now we can see, oh, there's a bunch of crap in the scene. We have so many of these scenes open at the moment, it's not funny. But yeah, essentially there's many iterations. We'll probably do even more iterations of like these double wide tiles. But we haven't done those for the new engineering tiles yet. You can see a couple of, let's see, maybe I have an image or two I can show you guys that compare things. I don't think this was the best scene to compare things, to be honest, but like I said, I'm having trouble finding things now. So if I get up this image, let's see, it's a very small image, acknowledged. Actually, I've got a render of this. I've got a much better render. So let's go into that. Dropbox is whinging again. I should probably stop the syncing while this is on, actually. Let's see, pause syncing for an hour. And we're still waiting on MMF's word to just say that we can go. Essentially, everything on our end is in place. So the files are there, so you guys could get started printing today. Oh yeah, John, that's a good idea. John, why don't you pop on so we can talk about that? Call me on Discord, John. So we'll see if we can get that going. But in the meantime, yeah, I was going to open that. Let's see, we want to go into images. Wait, I was in the wrong folder again. There, and did I do this as an EXR? I hope not, because I don't want to open Photoshop again. Oh, I did. Damn it. Oh well, that's a shame. Yeah, no, I did that in EXR, which is a file format which needs Photoshop to open. So let's get back this small, tiny little version and try to scale it up a little bit, I guess. Oh, well, it was a little bit bigger. So we have our original Starship 1 tiles and our engineering pieces here. And these are the new versions over here. So as you saw in the actual video that I just played, John, did you hear about the calling on Discord bit to talk about the...
He wrote, "Woo," but I'm not sure what that means.
No, I'm not either. He could be doing other stuff. He is doing important stuff for us, so we'll see if he responds or not. I'm probably not going to hear...
And it's a little bit of a delay as well, so he might be...
Oh, yeah, it could be a
I
delay.
think it's like a minute or something.
Alright, fair enough. What did I put, safe streaming on or something? It doesn't matter. Alright, let's bullshit our way up until release. May the 4th be with you all also.
And happy birthday, Ben!
Shut up. You're fired. As if I could fire you. I live in Sweden. We can't ever fire people. Not if you act normal. Wait, maybe. You're definitely not fired, Alban. He's a valued member of this company, just like Lisa.
Thanks.
And Ben.
Well, there is no company without me.
That's a good point.
So yeah, let's see how we're doing.
Doing fine. Oh, sorry.
I was in the wrong thing. Let's aim for 3:30 p.m. So they're saying like 25 minutes.
So that's like an hour, perhaps?
No, it's 25 minutes, Alvin. Lucky I didn't hire you for your maths or understanding of international. Falsifer Rope Band turns 30. Yes, let's say that. COVID years went backwards by decades. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
One day, John will convince me to turn to Blender. No, I don't think so. All right, you know what we'll do? We'll see if we can open another Maya file, which is more a working file, and you guys can see what a mess we've made. We went into this. We were going to organize all our files. We were going to keep them outside of Dropbox so we could have this iterative system. But no. They got bigger and bigger. All the backups got bigger and bigger. Let's see. I think maybe this is the one I'm thinking of. We're not going to save this scene. We don't want to make a mess of things. But it's nice to see you guys turning up, guys. I think there are about a dozen people in the chat at the moment, which is nice. Keep sending those messages because I'm going to get bored very quickly. As are you guys. So if you have complaints, tell us about them. Have a whinge. I love a good whinge. Here were those files I was trying to show you before. If only I had known they were in this scene. But we can get a closer look too. And let's turn off all these bells and whistles. No HUD. Show none. And then show polygons. And turn off the grid. So we just have black. Maybe we'll get a little bit of skate. There we go. The blue to darker blackish color.
John apparently will be in the voice channel waiting by.
Oh, okay. John wants to talk now. John, are you with me? Let me turn on the system audio again.
Hello. I don't know if I can be heard, and I cannot check.
You can be heard according to OBS.
Well, hello there. I'm now going to talk to some other people. I'm going to talk to Pulsefire Gaming and say hello, and Aerospace Smith, and I forgot everyone else because my brain only has that much memory.
Yeah, that's like me and phone numbers. I have 5 slots in my memory card. All right, I've had only 5 slots since I was a kid too. All right, Pulsifer, I'm sorry you have to go early. It sounds like a pain in the butt having some dents in your car. Hopefully you weren't the one that caused them. But then again, I had a younger brother that managed to back into our own shed and a number of other inanimate objects such as our barbecues. So you probably still got one up on him. Let's see.
Hello.
Oh, John, right, yeah, you're still there. Are we sharing anything today? Do you want to talk about what else we're launching today?
Absolutely. I'm excited about My Mini Factory Tribes, Second Dynasty's tribe. Would you like to hear more about Second Dynasty's tribe?
Yes.
Well, everyone that's anybody already knows that Second Dynasty makes sweet 3D printable spaceships for 28 to 30 millimeter tabletop play. But we need even more support to make more cool stuff. So we're launching tribes so you can help support us and get more cool stuff and more access. Like you get little small releases every single month. You get to vote in polls for bonus releases, and they'll get made by either me or Albin or maybe even the Ben. And you also get 3DO access, our 3D diorama design tool, which anybody already knows and owns.
That's right, all 12 people.
Yes.
No, there are slightly more than that, but but yeah, we've been talking about tribes for a while. I talked to other artists that have got onto it, especially Papsicles. And considering we do have a Patreon, it's mostly just for licensing and discount codes. But on Tribes, we're able to offer a little bit more. And we were talking about how we wanted to bring 3DO to a wider audience. And this was one sort of way to sort of finance the new features we want to put into 3DO in the future. So the tribes funds basically go into development of that, really, which means work for John. And we would love to be able to include some new features in the future, which will be quite advanced. So, for example, if we look at this model, for example, we have a couple of different elements. This has been exported to STL files, and that's what's going to be in the release. However, we have made all of these components sort of modular, so that you could cut and paste items of these things if a 3MF of the object was provided. At the moment, we don't have a great plugin for Maya. We need to work on getting that working. But the idea is that natively in the future, we might be able to support some editing of our files at least, so that, for example, if you don't like this little learning we've done here, you can just delete it, and you can print out a version like this without having to, get a separate version of this STL, which is, this without that feature. Because that becomes incredibly iterative, right? You have to make so many different versions. Because then all of a sudden this feature, which is on a bunch of different walls, we have to do those variants. So that's a long down the line sort of thing.
Right.
What more do we have, John? What are our USPs?
Stuff. Let's talk about some of the tiers that'll be available. And don't forget your welcome pack.
Yeah,
Most people will have what's in the welcome pack because they bought everything because they're amazing. We love them.
Yeah.
But we're still including a bunch of goodies. Over $40 in goodies. We'll have the hangar set from Starship 2, the landing shuttle, the Invader Interceptor, and a Pathfinder Starship miniature. That's the best I can say that word.
Yeah, we wanted to have a couple of themed items there for the 4th of May. The Interceptor in particular might scratch a couple of itches.
Exactlamundo. And there's also extra bonuses. Don't tell people, though. That's a secret. That's a secret we'll get to later.
Bonuses?
Bonuses. But that's it, again, shh. I'll tell you later. We also have, don't forget about the bin is such generosity. I was only going to give people the lowest tier, but he's saying if you go into a frontier, you can get a free month of tier 2 of our tribe for free.
Yeah, that's 2 tiers you will shed. Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
I love you. Next up, what are the different tiers?
There's a red one and a blue one. No, I'm kidding.
No. We have tier 1 and tier 2 and the commercial license. So ignore the commercial one. It's the same as tier 2. But we like it simple and small. Tier 1 is $3 a month plus VAT or sales tax if applicable. And you get all this. You get our welcome pack. You get to vote in the polls. You unlock monthly releases. You get the current version of 3DO. And on tier 2, which is $5 a month, you get everything from tier 1, but you also get a discount code, 25% off every Second Dynasty part in store. Does not include pledge manager campaigns.
Very good.
Is that? Yeah. So if you spend $24 every quarter in Second Dynasty stuff, tier 2 is your best bet. It fully paid itself off.
Fair enough. I'm just getting some miniatures ready off camera. Mostly because, we're trying to fill in some time here. Last we heard from My Mini Factory, they were saying 4:30 by the latest that they're aiming for. That usually means like 5 o'clock by the latest, but we'll see what happens. We've already gotten 90 minutes of delays, so oh well. Oh, I need to put myself back up here. All right. So I'm John. I'm excited about the tribe stuff. It's going to be interesting to see what the response is. Of course, on Patreon we've had a $5 tier for 25% off before. It has been popular. A lot of people, when they make a big purchase, they get the Patreon for that month just for the discount code, which is perfectly fine by me. But of course, Patreon takes a lot more than the, I guess it's 8% now that MMF takes, but I guess we're also paying for transaction fees, so it's probably about the same 10%-ish, 11%, something like that. They take care of all the taxes and whatnot, but we end up with a larger chunk of the pie, essentially. So we're not going to remove our Patreon, but we're definitely going to see what tribes can do for us and to see if we can use it as a way of supporting 3DO in the future. Not to mention there'll be extra variants of tiles and whatnot. So
There's a really good question about you will still be permitted to kit bash. I believe the same rules are in place. Don't share them and don't distribute them, and you can't sell them.
basically, yeah,
Discord channel.
Personally, you can kit bash all you like for your own private use. What you can't do is distribute those files without permission. Now, we do have a section on our Discord which does permit certain items from. Well, we basically, I say load them up there, and if I like them, I basically just pin them, essentially. But at the moment, that's the only really forum for sharing custom versions of our files. That's just a way for, I'm not going to go out of my way to prevent piracy and whatnot, but as far as my wishes as the artist go, like, I'd rather create tools which allow that for in 3DO in the future, so that, the other thing is it becomes more accessible for people that don't have the skill set for 3D printing in general. I'm seeing a bug there. Is there a pipe missing? There's a pipe missing.
Oh, I fixed that one. I think if it's the corner.
Yeah. Oh, lucky Albin. Albin does have a good purpose. I love that. That's like my favorite thing. It's when people see problems and fix them before I see them. I would like to personally thank my staff here on site for putting up with me today, because there's been a lot of groaning on my part.
You have handled it very well, I think. It is very stressful.
It is quite stressful, and also tomorrow I'm supposed to be hosting an animation. Tomorrow I am hosting an animation festival, which is also an extremely intense 3 days for me. So it's a combination of launch today, it's my 42nd birthday, and it's also the festival is tomorrow. All of this happening all at once. So
Your camera exploded.
My camera exploded?
Like you exploded. It was beautiful.
Oh, okay. I assume that's more a sort of like a compression issue more than anything else. I hope so. People could still...
No, as in you're now gone.
Completely?
Yes.
Well, I can see.
Wait.
That's weird.
I don't know. Like the stream...
There you go. I see you now.
Alright. I was just like checking the stream, and I'm definitely here. I'm definitely here. So I think it's on your end, John. What kind of
for a
weird
while, the stream you
internet
were gone.
connection do you have out in the sticks?
I have a 1 gigabit. You were gone from 433 to 341.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I don't know what to
Sorry.
tell you. Mate,
I missed you.
You did. You always miss me, John. Anyway, let's preview the tiles. This isn't like the full amount that we've printed, but let me demonstrate live how these work. All right. Let's see. Let's switch the camera over. You can, let's see, close-up camera. There we go. Let's look at these. Pretty, huh? Alright, so I just realized I put this on the table back to front so that you guys have seen behind all of the miniatures we put in place. But yeah, one of the main features is the removal of walls. So You can easily just slot the walls back down again. The door does make this a little bit more awkward. But they snap in place. They're not held in place with clips at all. And let's turn this dude around. Hey, guys. Of course, I can't get my camera to focus on what's important anymore. That's just the thing with this camera. But
It's so relatable.
you get the general idea. Come on.
I like the pancake maker the best.
The pancake maker?
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of stack of pancakes on its side.
Oh, right, yeah. Those are...
The engines.
They're power generators, but still, whatever. Yeah, so, like, it is nice that these come off. We do have, like... Even though we don't have the walls for them yet, we have these nice little irises that make things look a little bit cramped and, will be for access ports. If this campaign is successful, which hopefully it should be, we'll go on to edit even more. Well, not edit. These are basically reimaginings of our existing tiles, right? So we'll continue on with the rest of Starship 1 and then maybe go into Starship 2, depending. Because these do take quite a bit of time, but not so much time as a ship. And I am working... Oh, this is a little uneven too. Whoops. Yeah, there's the wall off down there. So
you're saying after this one, we might get like Starship 2 tiles redone?
eventually, like one of the stretch goals that I think I would like to include is conversion pieces. So that if you do have a bunch of the old tiles printed, you can just combine those elements together seamlessly. Like you can do that now because it's open lock, right? But we would be able to do it in such a way as to it would look more natural. That's one of the stretch goal ideas. Otherwise, we've got like, I know that people asked a lot about diagonal walls and curved walls, and they were a real pain in the ass to do in 2017. Now we've just got like an extra 10,000 hours in Maya in. So we can make that happen this time around and make it look decent. Actually, this is what I mean by it's turned around the wrong way. Here we have a couple of mismatching tiles because it was meant to be viewed from this angle. But then you'll probably also view my stomach, so let's keep it to the miniatures, huh guys? Alright, sorry about the blurriness.
And it looks amazing though, sir. Just not this is not just sycophant speaking. It just, I looked at the old images and I've printed these on a really bad filament and it still looks amazing.
Yeah, like I'm happy with the way it came out, and when it does go into focus, you can really see like that you can get a ton of detail out of your FDM. So I'm gonna. That is the current state of the Beowulf. It's been on pause. Over there. Then we have our wall of ships.
I thought you were going to say Wall of Shame first.
No.
Oh.
No shame here. Shameless, in fact.
Yes.
What was I going to show?
It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Sorry?
That series is kind of nice.
I don't know, but it feels kind of off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going into my catalog now to go to the STL files because I'm going to look for the... No, actually, in there, and I'm going to open up this engineering room. So we will have additional plates, but at the moment, I believe this is in the zip file that's about to be launched.
Yeah.
So this is one of our current ideas for... essentially, we've made these Prusa mini plates, and these are 3MF files. So you have all these instances, and that is enough to make the room that this belongs to. So it's this size room, all in one plate. The only thing that it doesn't have is the open lock clips. So we'll do another plate with those separately. We've also refined the open lock clip. We have our best, tightest fitting clip at the moment. Let me see if I can find one. Where did we put those clips? This is the challenge. This is the real challenge. Oh, you put them in the folder, right, Albin?
Sorry, the clips are in the clips folder.
Yeah, the snug clip, I think we called it. So let's see. Core pledge, clips, snug springy. That's it. Oh, it's not letting me import it for some reason. Oh, because I have the import window open. Silly me. Alright, so this is the new clip. And how does it differ from regular OpenLock clips? Well, for one thing, it uses a similar geometry to our tight clip. And that's basically where we've made the prong shorter and just slightly widened everything so that it's a lot less loose when you click it in. And these tight clips are primarily designed for when you want to permanently clip something together, or more permanently clip it together. It's not like it's glued. But like for Starships, for example, when there's a lot of weight on it. So this is our refined version of the springy clip. So it just prints a lot more robust, and it will give you a nice, satisfying click. It will fit quite tightly, but it's not going to snap off the same way that other versions would. So I think it's my favorite of the OpenLock clips that we have, and we did print like 200 of them or something like that. So
I really like you can feel the springiness when you tug the tiles. It's like sucks them together. Feels really nice.
Yeah. Zorama, I'm wondering if the new Cura has better support for 3MF. Because one of the things that does come with the 3MF is that you'll notice here that when I open this scene, it has chosen the Prusa Mini, but if you had imported this into Prusa Slicer instead, it would keep your original print bed. But it's also imported my infill and support settings, and in fact, if I do print this, you can see that it actually has the supports I've assigned to the parts. So although all of these parts actually print support free, there's a couple where you'll get nicer features if you do have a couple of supports in there. So they're already built in. You don't have to think about anything. John, if you're still on the line, how long
I'm always here.
How long did it take you?
I opened it and I sent it to my USB drive in about 13 seconds. Well, and then I ran to the printer and started printing.
Woo!
So guys, can you beat 13 seconds? Challenge accepted. I think our printers are too far away for Albin to get that working, but all right. So I'm looking forward to seeing more about Cura in the future, but mainly if I imported this now into Cura 5, I wonder if these supports would follow through, because that's one of the nice things with 3MF as a file format. It contains all of these items. Now the other thing too is the file size is significantly smaller. This entire scene with all of these parts is 20 meg. And if we had all of the separate parts, it would be considerably larger. So it really is a much better format. And if we had all of these parts actually in 3MF, it would also keep each and every component, which is a separate mesh. So all of these pipes, you would be able to individually select the pipes and remove ones you don't want, for example.
Totally. Oh yeah, that's weird. Totally glitch. That's Shadow Liger, isn't it?
Yes.
No, that's not right.
What, isn't it?
Or is it?
He's talking about himself, wasn't it?
He's talking about. Okay.
I don't know. He's got two different accounts on there. It confuses me all the time.
Sounds a bit like cheating to automate the process, but that's probably possible, I guess. That would be really nice.
So, I'm really excited. I really love how Prusa Slicer has added like all these little tiny things. It's not just the base 3MF that works, but all these extra features that are still part of the 3MF standard. Like you can do all those little small parts, like the greebles bin.
Yeah.
and you move them, and it works. On Cura, I just tested. You can't move them still. They're still kind of just one solid object.
Oh.
You have to bring in another program to edit it.
Oh, that's okay.
Right. Well, that sucks. So I guess that's another point still in the Prusa Slicer arena. But
I hope they make it work.
I hope so
eventually.
too. Maybe they have time for it, apparently. Are you using the 5.0 beta, though?
I'll go get it. I'll be back in a few years.
John is going to do something immediately. And I have asked MMF how things are looking, and I saw that Mars started typing and then stopped typing. And, I don't know how to interpret that. I feel like a girl who just had a date and is waiting for the follow-up message.
That was a very girlish sound, I guess.
You made a pretty girlish sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can act it out, and I can dub you.
Yeah, I think I need to turn my microphone down just a tad. I seem to be hitting the red zone a little too often. And my laugh as well is probably not the best. Automation will take over the world. All right, getting there. They're saying 5 minutes. Yeah, righto. Here we go.
Wait, they said that last time.
Well, they said 30 minutes last time. They said, yeah, all right, whatever. It is what it is.
Now it's time for us to sing a song about the bin. Oh no, I'm being muted.
John did that to himself, everyone. He likes to do that. Does anyone know about John's cult?
If you join today, you can be avoiding of the sacrifice table. Albin's the first in line, so you're pretty good anyway.
Yeah. Let's switch to... Oh, right, this had that animation done in it. All those features. You might recognize it from the film. Should we just play the film again?
Yes, play the film again. It's so cool, and there's more people here now.
There are more people here. There's like 2 more people. Let's play it again.
Sam. No? Isn't it?
I love it how like you say the right answer and then lose confidence immediately. Let's go.
Hi,
Brandon.
I'm Ben from Second Dynasty. In 2017, we launched our very first Kickstarter, Starship, featuring 3D printable OpenLog tiles, which started a journey that has spawned over 10 28mm scale starships and literally thousands of STL files for your 3D printed tabletop. But looking back at our earliest work, we feel our original OpenLog tiles look a little simplistic and dated by our current standards of quality, detail, and printability. And so we have partnered with My Mini Factory Frontiers to deliver a serious upgrade to our original Starship tiles. Enter Starship, the next generation. This campaign is small in scale, but astronomical in scope. We have redesigned the corridors and engineering tiles from Starship, more than 130 unique pieces in all. First, we've increased the detail, removed the annoying OpenLog supports, split the top and bottom sections for playability, which actually allows for optimized printing with few to no supports. Finally, we have created 3MF print beds for instant printing on FDM machines. In short, the tiles look better, print better, and should be SLA friendlier. The campaign is simple with only 2 pledge levels. If you are a returning backer who previously purchased the corridor and engineering tiles from Starship 1, select the upgrade pledge. Otherwise, the Starship The Next Generation pledge nets you over 130 unique tiles, which in itself would be a stellar deal, except during the first month, for each milestone in funding that we pass, we will unlock additional variations and features such as wider floors, doorways, diagonals, and curves. All the benefits of a Kickstarter, only no waiting for your tiles, you get the core offering of over 130 tiles straight away. Don't wait too long though, prices will slowly increase each day, so get in on the action and support us today.
All right, guys. So that's the pitch. Let's put on the camera again. I believe you can still hear me at least. I hope so. In any case, maybe there's one extra thing that we should talk about from that film. Maybe I should load it up again, so I'm not going to play
Hi,
it.
I'm Ben from Second.
Stop. Here at the end, we're mentioning that the prices are going to increase over time. Now, this is a thing that we're trying with this campaign. Basically, instead of providing discounts, we're just making it like an early get-in. It's already cheap for people that do have Starship 1, but basically the longer that you delay, the more expansions are already unlocked. So get in on ground zero, you get a really great deal. Get in at the end of the month, you still get a good deal for what you're getting, but not as good deal as those first people that got in. And it's still a better deal for older returning backers than what it would be for new backers day one. So that's basically what we're trying there. This entire campaign is a little bit of an experiment, to be honest. We needed to fill in... basically, we're funding the Beowulf with this. The Beowulf is taking a bit longer than we would like. Let's see. They wrote 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes. I'm going to write a ... for them. Put the pressure on.
They said that last time.
They did. They also said that the last campaign that we ran with them, which is one of the elements we weren't that fond of. But hey, let's...
I have an answer for the currently Ultimaker Cura 5.0 beta does not support importing instances, supports, or individual object settings.
So in that case, these 3MF build plates are not going to work very well in Cura. You will need Process Slicer to take the best advantage of them.
Correct.
You still will be able to import them to get most of them. It's just you're going to have to do the duplicate pieces yourself.
Yep.
That could be
and
important
I can still click on
information.
individual items. I can still click on this item and copy it.
Yeah. And you tried to import it?
Yeah, it does. It's just open and import do the same thing.
Why do they have issues with add-ons? The claim that the front page now should say Frontiers instead of crowdfunding, and that the add-ons are what is the main blocker, and they're just checking a last bit and it will be ready. They didn't say when. Oh, checking the last bit and we will be ready. They're probably actually in the stream right now. So, hi MMF. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry for the static screen, guys. I don't know what I'm supposed to do aside from going around this mess of a scene. You can kind of see here the initial explorations of how to do the double wide engineering. But there's so many iterations we have to take into account. Like this one, for example, it's where you have a sort of T section here. But then, of course, the grid, the plating goes in a different direction. So it does take a little bit of thinking to process, and is one of those things that's better done once the campaign is live, which
I would so love to have a 3 print head printer that I could print the yellow and black and then the silver tile area.
That sounds sweet.
Oh, apparently the issue is the add-ons, because some of them are from the Traveler campaign, are adding to it. So, although, this could have been done yesterday too, so. All right. It feels so quiet.
So that the Frontier page is showing up.
Oh, right. What, you can actually get on it, though, and back?
I can't back, but I can see that I can get a free shuttle.
What does that mean exactly, John? What kind of a free show are you getting? I mean, we're providing a free show technically right now, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless someone's
I don't know
charging
anything, Ben.
I really don't know either. I'm sorry, guys. So disorganized. It's like somehow it manages to be even less organized than a regular weekly update stream. Because like we really are trying to fill time here, so.
Well, why don't we have Albin show off his sweet dance moves?
We could do that.
This sweet what?
Dance moves.
Oh no.
He's unwilling, John.
Don't worry.
Your indoctrination
Don't
has not succeeded. You need to work harder, my friend.
You initiative, not the initiative. What do you call it? I got it. Not intimidation roll. That could work though, I guess. Charisma, that's the word. Yeah.
I get what Totally Glitch is trying to say. If you take it, you open it and precisely look at it, see where the supports are, see where the double instances are, and then when you open the 3MF and Cura, you can adjust it to have the same thing. That makes sense.
It makes sense, but like if your printer supported in Prusa Slicer, why wouldn't you just use Prusa Slicer at that stage?
Well, I love Prusa Slicer. I did say free shuttle, but I wasn't going to correct Ben. Don't correct Ben Aerospace. It's against the rules.
What do you mean free shuttle?
I said free. You thought I said free show. When I clicked on to try to look at the
Oh, you
Frontier
didn't say a
page, it
free
took
show,
me
you
to-
said free shuttle.
Yes, but my southern slurring.
Yes. Yes, just like my Australian slurring, where I sound drunk all the time.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's brogue. I could be a lot worse than what I am. Anyway, let's move on that before I insult my countrymen. So we have less question and more statement. If you have Cura, grab Prusa Slicer, which is free. Oh, okay, that's the thing you were talking about. Oh, I mean, there's no reason not to test Prusa anyway. Cura has not impressed me.
My thing is, Cura doesn't support the Prusa Mini yet because I refuse to make my own profile and it's not included in their marketplace, which is weird. You think the cheapest Prusa would be on there?
I don't know. They might have a grudge or something. I mean,
No,
here I go doing the same thing, like dissing Cura. But, like...
I think it's going to be great. The best part about the new Starship tiles is that they work in all the different slicers wonderfully, thanks to the new split design from the video. Oh, stopping you.
Well, that is true. Like, the split levels, and I don't know if we have... I don't know. Are you alright, John?
Yeah, I just bumped my toe on a trash can. Or a trash bin.
Let's see if the tops come off. Some of them do. So we can see a little bit past some of these objects. Some of the items are on the wrong layers. So this looks really great for you guys. I'm happy to have contributed. But yeah, as the tops come off, the thing is... Oh, this is a better demonstration of it anyway. If I put the top back on here. So yeah, like this was my whole point in the video where, you just lift up the top and the corners actually help hold this all in place as well. But yeah, we print them flipped like so. So by doing this, we're able to have in the full version these overhanging components, like here in particular, like you can see where I'm circling my mouse. This would be a horrible overhang. You would need supports underneath there on an FDM machine to keep that overhang, right? Bridging can only do so much. You still need to have 2 points to bridge between, right? But by separating the top and bottom, we actually solved this issue completely. Some overhangs like that will actually work relatively all right. We haven't really had any issues with those. And of course, if you print these on resin machines, they should print reasonably well. Let's see. They're saying we are doing it. Oh, they're doing... Okay, they're taking the offending objects off the add-ons list, so...
I'm really excited. I actually, even if you print, I printed one of these that you said needed support on the Prusa Mini, and it came out well within reason. The only error I had was around the handle, which I don't think was a supported area anyway.
No, none of the handles... Well, I mean, these handles are not pre-supported. They do have some overhangs, but there is also the case that, the filament will build all right in some circumstances when it's just a small loop. The loop itself kind of supports it, and you don't get too much droopage. But the other benefit here is, I believe, if you print these solid, you more or less can print these on a resin printer. Like, say you print off the build plate. Really, the only issue might be a little bit of suction with these cavities. They're not super deep, but they're otherwise, there's drainage areas. So we haven't been able to test because we were trying to get some office space, or rather some workshop space down in the cellar, but the landlord hasn't been quick to update us on what is available or if it's still available, because a bunch of really cool old dudes moved in and built a massive model train set. So the basement here is occupied by I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Maybe some of them are good painters. I need a good local painter.
They probably are. They probably have they're like the guy on the Toy Story 2, the old man that fixes up Woody. He looks like really old, and he's like that.
Maybe. I mean, we have some great painters that we've worked with, but the best ones are in the UK. That do the absolute dynamite stuff, and they need a lot of lead time. And I think with the Type S, we had a real issue getting the ship back in time. And then CEO does a good job too, but he's most of the time also occupied with animation projects. So maybe that's a new avenue to explore. Otherwise, we need to get some canny Warhammer painter that's local, that's pretty good or something.
I think that you should make Albin paint them all.
Well, if Albin does that, he can't make tiles for me, can he?
Do both. He just can do the tile making at home. No pay increase.
No pay increase. No, I do not agree to that, John. Albin does not agree to that. I haven't asked him, but I don't think he would. Because we're used to a better standard of life here.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. So, we have to work up so we can take our 5 weeks off in the summer.
That blast of camouflage made me laugh. You gotta read it, Ben.
What scale is the train set? You could sneakily land your starships in an open area. It is a different scale. But you know what? I know that straight away because I'm pretty sure they don't make train sets that are 28 mil. I think they're usually 1 to 100 or 1 to 150, something like that. Not entirely sure. But in any case, it could be not too far from... Maybe... Oh, wait a minute. Isn't the 15 mil... That's the equivalent of 1 to 100? So maybe the miniature Type S... I could leave in there. It would be the right size.
That would be really cute.
Yeah. They can have a scene for the alien landing. Time-traveling travelers. Nice. Alright, I feel like I need to fill up my screen with something that's not this. I have to tell you guys about what Alvin just did. Lisa got a phone call, said hello, and Alvin answered. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, come on, MMF. Seriously.
I'm just glad Lisa could come back now. And eventually I can visit too, and I'll sit under the table.
Yeah. We're not going to be streaming too much after the actual launch itself, and I think the main send out is actually going to be in like 2 or 3 hours when they send out their newsletter. So I can't believe this is happening again, though. I can,
okay.
but I must say I'm a little bit down, disappointed about it.
This is why we're supposed to always have cake at these things.
Well, there is cake here, but that's for after.
Oh. Well, you need it before cake and after cake.
Yes.
This is the only reasonable solution.
That seems very reasonable, John. Very reasonable indeed. Train sets come in different scales. HO or OO seems to be the standard, about 1 to 76. That's not far off.
No,
That's not far off at all.
we could do it.
If it's 1 to 76, it might not. I guess it's like 1 to 59 is the scale that we work in, but. So it would look a little large.
But spaceships are supposed to be large. Starships. I keep saying spaceships. I know
I
it's
mean,
starships.
they're both spaceships and starships.
Whoa! And I have a little mind blown meme in the background.
Yeah. I hope you guys aren't too bored here. I guess we're losing
where's
viewers.
Yeah, where's Kathy Millay? Is she in UK?
She's in the UK, but she might have work or something. I don't know.
I was trying to find a painter that we know that's not in the UK. I don't know.
No, the ones in the UK are really great. It's not that. What I really need is someone that's in-house. So,
Yeah,
not
so they
in-house,
could-
close enough to in-house that I can get stuff done.
Someone you can like say, hey, come on in for 1 week and paint all these things for
Yeah,
me.
that sort of thing. As if anyone would just drop their life and... Yeah.
Oh, Ben, don't look at Discord. It's too upsetting.
Okay.
I spy on all the different conversations that happen.
Yeah, you
with
do.
Ben
You do.
and-
They're just saying that they want some additional information from me. I'm just loading a new scene in Maya. There is a risk that I might stop streaming before we actually go live if this doesn't change quickly. I actually have stuff I have to do today.
Oh, yeah. What aerospace? It's close enough. I think it'd be hilarious to take their train set and use it as like just land a Starship on it, take a few photos, and then leave. Like we use them for the product shots.
Yeah.
Could we have like a campaign made in Vänersborg or something that doesn't really reach far?
When you did the other, I want to ask you some questions about these tiles. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Ben.
No, please.
Oh.
Help, John. Help.
Okay. What made you actually want to go back to these tiles? It wasn't just like, oh man, let me look at all my old stuff and see what I can use. What happened? What led to this decision?
Well, because, I mean, to be perfectly honest, the original tiles, I did a quick and dirty job because I was trying to make it work. And obviously also, at that stage, I've been using Maya professionally for a couple of years, but my modeling skills weren't as sharp as what they are now, especially hard surface modeling skills. So it really ended up being a case of like looking back at those tiles and thinking, you know, we've done a lot of iteration on these things anyway with different starships where we've reused elements and whatnot. But every time I see it, I'm just like, basically when the older stuff is on MMF, I feel almost like embarrassed that it's still on MMF because I felt like it worked well then, but today it doesn't represent the skill level and the attention to detail and the sense of scale that we're working with today. Not to mention the fact that,
Yeah,
you know, we didn't know what we were doing when it came to FDM printing.
Talking about the scale and detail that was originally done, how much time was spent on the original tiles, just ballpark, and compared to the new next generation tiles?
That's a good question. I would say the time spent is probably quite similar, but we definitely did not have 130 tiles in the original version. In fact, maybe I can quickly look and see how many we have.
Well, I think that you need to look at Discord right now, because this filler question, needs to be interrupted.
Oh, finally! We are apparently live. So, guys, let's go live, please. Get on there. Is this right?
Where is it?
I don't think this is the right address. Let me get the right address going. Let me copy this. Copy link. Live streaming, put it in the chat. There you go, boys and girls, and everything in between. And let's double check. This is the live page. So let's get going. To the pledges. Woo! We have 2 pledges, and we have a bunch of old stuff that's compatible with it. I'm surprised the cargo containers stayed there. We will eventually put some ships on there, probably, but for the time being, it is what it is. And I think this is supposed to refresh, if I remember correctly, but it depends.
It doesn't.
It's only like every minute or so, or something like that. I don't know. So it is live apparently now.
Now we can have cake.
Now we can have cake, and I can end the stream.
On Capitan.
So we'll see. Maybe we'll just wait until the first couple of pledges come in or something like that. But we'll wrap things up in, say, 10 minutes.
It's not even actually truly the full launch where you can't actually see it on the web.
Oh,
the homepage.
We've got our first backer.
Hurrah!
Hurrah!
I wonder who it was.
I do too, but this is not the kind of thing we can easily see.
Yes.
Or at least not when live.
Don't worry, I'll look it up. Statistics.
You'll look it up, yes. Actually, I can view the backers in here.
Never mind, statistics is down right now. I love.
Oh, it was Aerospace Smith. Yay! Thank you very much, sir. Or at least I think you're so. Awesome.
They're Smith.
They are.
Checked.
That's right. So yeah, we're on our way. We have one back. This is definitely not like a Kickstarter launch. But like I said, I don't think we're going to have a huge big release at the moment because the main send-outs go out essentially tonight. So we are a little bit early, but it is live. We do have a backer, which is nice. I can refresh. It did actually update itself, to be fair, to MMF. I didn't actually do a refresh to get that, so there's a positive
we're no
thing.
longer on the Frontiers page. We're just missing right now. We'll be here later.
Well, if you click on Frontiers,
we're
there
not
for
there.
me.
Oh no, we're there now.
Yeah.
All I saw was the Only Games crowdfunding one.
Yeah, well, it is here, and it does look like you can click on it. And there's our video. Whoa. We've got a couple of backers. We've got 2 backers now. Astounding.
Woo! The day is saved. We can now last forever.
Now all of those months of hard work to finish up. Thank you, Mon Capitan. To finish, I should stop reading the people that are back. That's private information. But thank you guys for starting and kicking us off. To answer your question, it's been about 2 months. it's taken a little bit longer than I thought, but mostly because we're trying out a concept here. It maybe took a little bit longer than anticipated, but it's also a case of, we are doing more highly detailed models. And in the beginning, I thought we would just, add a little bit of extra detail. And of course, I went overboard. We went overboard. Alban did so many iterations trying to figure out the actual lock system. So I would say a good, 2 weeks probably went into it, or even more went into trying to...
At least that's the starting point. Then it continued to develop parallel to the other designs.
Yeah, so it took us a long time to figure out exactly, because I can pop back into Maya and show you guys some of the upgrades that we have done. Aside from rerouting all these pipes and that to make this look a lot cooler, the main thing has been the corners, because the open lock tiles originally had, I think, the L-type corners. No, let's see. I must have pressed the wrong one here. Oh, is my keyboard wrong or something? Oh, I just forgot how to use...
Now.
4 backers.
We're on the front page?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Check it out now. Hurry, before you die.
Wow! We're live now. According to this, we are live now. Yay, we're taking over my mini factory. Oh, and the side is down. No, I'm kidding. 5 backers. All right, here we go. Now I might be able to sleep tonight.
Tribes is now live.
That will definitely cover the costs. We're definitely not in the red at the moment. Not whatsoever.
I'm afraid.
Don't worry, John. You're sponsored by My Mini Factory. Which actually...
The tribe is now launched.
The tribe is also launched. Yeah, let's look at the tribe. Wait, I want to prove this thing. Speak about this first. So, the original open lock corners have normal open lock ports, and they look like... Oh, actually, I need to go in here, there, up. So, the original open lock ports look like so. And then, the problem with these corner pieces is that you could never get 2 clips in, right? Sorry, you could only get 2 clips in. They have to be offset because they're too deep. So we actually designed some sliding clips back when we were working on the Starfighters, which we're going to talk about very shortly, John, yes?
Yes.
But of course, that became an issue when we were splitting the top and bottom, because it meant that you could only connect this to one wall. So we repurposed our Noni clips. So it's basically a half clip. So you just slide them down into place, and they're held in place firmly in like this sort of direction, and they're quite snug. But yeah, those corners. So this is a solution. So you can now have a clip in each wall instead, separately. That's what I wanted to illustrate. It felt like it was a lot more important when it was first in my head. But no longer. So how do we find our way to the tribes? Was that on the front page? No, tribes, there. If we click on tribes, are we on the tribes? I don't see us on the tribes.
We don't show up until you have to click on by published right now. We're not featured or anything.
Oh, date published. Wait, what? Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I remember some of the graphics are temporary.
Yes, this was all a little bit rushed. Let's see. Alright, guys. Alright, see, Foxy Moron is there. Sorry if we've been bad-mouthing you guys a little bit, but we are like 2 hours late again. But we're there. We got there. The page is loading still. So, yes, we have our campaign page here.
It takes a while to load.
The tribes is taking a while. Well, we're probably just, there's so many Second Dynasty fans right now flooding the interwebs with a deep desire to get our stuff that my manufacturer just can't handle the millions of clicks happening simultaneously. We will all be as rich as a Russian oligarch prior to the war.
As a reminder, the only person who becomes rich is you, Ben.
Oh my god. Let's try that again.
It's still loading.
We're live,
It's
people.
undertaking some planned maintenance. And we'll be back soon. Thank you for your patience.
Sure, it
This
was
isn't
planned.
planned maintenance. You announced planned maintenance. This is just
They,
crashing.
they
your
totally
line.
just broke it. You fix one thing, you break another.
Oh,
Oh,
it
no.
happens. We are crashed though.
Yeah, we all crashed, so... For
love
5
you, my
glorious
manufacturer.
minutes, the campaign was live. And it shall be again soon. The message says I'll be back soon. I'm sure it's true. I'm sure they're doing whatever they can to get this fixed right now, because they know that right now this is being live streamed. It's being live streamed to a whole 15 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, no, it's it's 15 billion people are watching.
Right.
Well, entities.
Okay, that's what it means. Millions or billions. 15 billion people. They must all be bots then.
No. Other planets.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And time travelers. Don't forget about time travelers.
That's a very important event in history.
All right. I'm kind of just refreshing this all the time. I'm sure... Hopefully you guys having better luck than we are, but I'm guessing Newt. I think I wish we did crash this with the power of a spaceship totally glitch.
Oh wait, it's back up.
It is?
Wait. Okay, now it's down again. I refresh. Don't refresh twice. I refreshed once. I got a page, and then I refreshed again, and it died.
Oh.
The weird thing is,
You go
I
up?
seem to have access to it still.
You know, as stressful as this might be for us, it's got to be 10 times worse for the guys at MMF right now. Oh.
Oh, and it is back up. Not joking. We're back up
Let's see.
with a new banner.
Yet another banner. I'm refreshing the front page too now. I'll have absolutely nothing to look at. Not
If
working
you
for me so
if
far.
you're not signed in, my mini factory loads faster.
Okay. I should sign out.
I'm not. I'm just using a private window through Tor. And
Tor.
I see Starship, the next generation by Second Dynasty has landed on the new frontiers. Pledge now. That's my best attempt at marketing voice.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's not loading for me.
Well, sign out and you get it working.
I thought
Not sign out, but use in private.
Right. This is... So an incognito window then. Let's try this again.
How do you get the free month of Tribes Aerospace?
Hey, that did
I
work.
have no idea.
There we go. All right, yes, it's back up. We have 6 packets now. Excellent. Ah, what a relief. No, thanks, guys, for especially the MMF guys for getting this back live again. A couple of hiccups and bumps, but hopefully now things should be slightly smoother. We're going to have to figure out a couple of those add-ons that we had to take off again. So at the moment we don't have any ships, but to be perfectly honest, all of this stuff and the other stuff we were going to put is already on the store. So you're not missing out on anything. It's the same price as on the store. And if you're a Tribes member, you can actually go and get into the Tribes. Let's click the Tribes. See if something happens.
We got a comment here from Aerospace Smith. How do we get the free month of Tribes? I didn't see any option when I backed.
Yeah, I wonder that too. That's one of the things that we were asking about, and we didn't quite get an answer. So I would say the most likely thing that's going to happen is you're going to get sent out an email with an invitation, because the one thing is with tribes, the opt-in, it is opt-in. So it's a free month, but you have to register yourself and you have to deregister yourself. So I would imagine that there could be some manual send-outs associated with that. I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So, this is the tribes page. I haven't really seen this, John.
Oh. Yeah, was thrown. Yeah, it's all beautiful.
So yeah,
You can hear
the
me.
welcome pack includes a couple of miniatures. They're very nice.
Mhm.
And it also, it says here about the free month, but I don't know how they're supposed to do that. So we shall see. All right. I think this might be a good time to.
Are you
just-
can be heard right now?
You can be heard. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I didn't know because I was telling you that I was making that. I think I couldn't be heard when I was telling you that free month thing is something I put up there. It just tells you to go there. I didn't know how to do it either.
So we have an infinite loop, in other words.
Yes.
Oh man, we're gonna try and get that fixed. All right, guys. So we'll try and figure that out. I really have to wrap things up because this wasn't meant to go on as long as it was, and I was expecting we would be launching earlier. And yeah, I do have to add some more stuff to the page, it seems, they are saying. So, in any case, thank you for bearing with us, guys, and joining us. I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks, John, for being here to ramble with me. And yeah, we're going to the cake now, but the cake is a private matter. It's not about the campaign. It's about me.